Hey, good morning. And I want to apologize for all this fancy schmancy headset and microphone, but I want you to hear me. And until I'm able to get it set up where you won't see all this is what I'm working with. But a gentleman asked me in my comments on one of my videos to give a short background video, who I am, where I'm from in Kentucky, and why I decided to stay in the Philippines. And I thought that was a great idea, because when I looked at my videos, I didn't have an introduction video. So I'll just do that and take a few minutes of your time. And thanks for watching. First of all, I'm not bashing America. I love my country. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I fought for my country. I put my life on the line. I still love it there. But this is just an alternative lifestyle that I found, and I really enjoy it. And I'm from the mindset that, the world's approximately 197 million square miles, and I was living my entire life on 334 square miles. And it's just not much there. It's not much happiness there. There's so much more out here to see, so much more out here to do. So in 2009, I was married, living in Louisville, Kentucky. We had 5 children. I was living the American dream, really. I'm an insurance agent. I had an FMO contract. A very lucrative FMO contract. I was earning just more money than I ever dreamed of earning. As a high school diploma, as someone growing up, poor in America, single household. But I was living the American dream. And all of a sudden, one day, I just woke up and I wasn't happy anymore. It's like, is this all there is? I had the big 3,700 square foot house, the, walkout basement, 2 decks, brand new convertible, new van for my wife. She had just started a daycare. But I found myself in the rat race, on that hamster wheel. And I was so unhappy. My phone was ringing off the hook. It was always something, one of my clients, one of the agents working up under me. And it was just, the world just seemed to be closing in on me. I was 45 years old. I don't know if that was a midlife crisis or not. But I just decided that I wanted to take a time out. I wanted to take some time off just to enjoy life, because it just seemed like it was ending so quick. Everything was going by so fast. Everything was like a blur. So being in the United States Navy, I remembered a friend of mine telling me, he said, if you don't go anywhere else, he said, go to the Philippines. He said, I'll go to Perth, Australia. So I put those 2 things down on my bucket list. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to take some time out. So I saved up $20,000 and I made plans to take a trip around the world. And the first 2 places I was going to see was the Philippines and then Perth, Australia. Well, that's the end of the story. I came to the Philippines and I never went anywhere else. As soon as the plane touched the ground, I knew this was the place for me. My phone stopped ringing. My stress level went down 100%. Had nothing to do with the beautiful young lady waiting for me at the airport with a big sign with my name on it. Had nothing to do with that, man. All of that was overwhelming. All of that was great, but the laid-back lifestyle here was what really attracted me. I fit in, it was like a hand in a glove, and the first time I came here, I only stayed here 2 weeks, which was crazy to come this far, which is 18-hour flight for me altogether, and then a 12-hour time difference. Met a gentleman from Austria. He told me, he said, look, he said, the next time you come here, he said, don't stay here less than 6 weeks. He said, otherwise you're wasting your time. Your body's not even going to have time to adjust. And I filed that away in my head. And from then on, I started coming, I'd stay 2 months. I'd go home for 2 months, come back for 2 months. Then I just decided to stay. I said, what the hell, man? There's no sense in me keep running back and forth. I mean, because it was all here for me, the low cost of living, the warm weather, you know, the beautiful women. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, some of the women that I've dated here, I mean, I wouldn't have a chance with at home. You know, I'm not an ugly guy or anything. It's just that in America, you know, things are different over there. I'm 57 now. They want you to date a 57-year-old woman over there. Well, I'm not going to do it. But the people here, they're so nice. They're so welcoming. I've practically been around the world, and I've never felt as welcome as I do here in the Philippines. I don't have to work here, okay? I earn about $2,000 a month from my renewals from my old insurance business, which allows me to live a lifestyle here that's just unbelievable. If I was at home, I'd still have to work. But for $2,000 a month here, I mean, I live like a king. You could probably live like this for half of that. Now, right now, I'm in Zamboanga City during the pandemic, the lockdown. This is my mother-in-law's house. She was gracious enough to allow me to stay here. I was here for my son's birthday, and I got caught in the lockdown. They closed the borders. I can't leave. So I'm staying here with them. But I rent a two-bedroom house in a little place called San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. It's about 4 hours north of Dumaguete. And I'm pretty sure you've heard a lot about Dumaguete because that's where a lot of expats and foreigners live. It's a great place to live, but it's growing. It's getting so big, the traffic is getting bad. So I just decided I was going to move a little bit further north, and man, it was like hitting the lottery. This place was voted the second cleanest city in the Philippines. Now it's considered the cleanest place in the Philippines. It was so easy for me coming from America to adapt there. I mean, I like to play tennis, so they've got 2 clay courts there. They've got beautiful parks. They've got a place if I want to walk or jog. I mean, the people are just unbelievably nice. I mean, they've got 2 malls. It's just a small city. But getting back to what made me stay here was, you know, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and race is a big deal in Louisville, Kentucky. If you don't believe me, just Google it right now. I mean, they've had a protest for the last 81 straight days over there. A young black lady was killed by the police, and it's just a big deal, but it's been like that my whole life. But over here, race is not a big deal over here. The people here, they judge me by my character. I mean, it's unbelievable. I never experienced that before. Yeah, they have some problems with color, some issues with color based on their, you know, it comes from their colonization by the Spanish and by the Americans, but it doesn't affect me. They judge me by my character, and I've been here long enough that now the people know me. They know I'm just a regular guy. They don't have to worry about me bothering anybody or stealing or, you know, lying or anything like that. I just fit right in with everybody else. Okay, and that's so refreshing. And then over here, you know, I've lost 27 pounds since I've been here. I work out every day. I'm in the best shape of my life at 57 years old. And I owe that to eating the fresh food here. My refrigerator was full of frozen junk at home. Over here, it's not like that. We go to the grocery store and to the market every day or every other day and get fresh food. You know, I love the weather here. The sun shines 365 days a year, even during the rainy season right now. Okay? Even if it rains, the sun is going to shine eventually. Again, back to the people, they speak English. Okay? They're very welcoming, very happy people. I could wear this shirt again tomorrow and no one would care. When I went bald in the United States, my family went crazy. Over here, nobody even noticed. That's why I like it here. The laid-back atmosphere, the laid-back lifestyle here. You know, some of these places I've been to, it's like living on Gilligan's Island. And then some of the little small cities I've been to, it's like being on the set of Gunsmoke. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So and it's not for everybody, But if you find that you like the Philippines, if you like this lifestyle, man, it'll be utopia for you, as it is for me. So if you're thinking about coming over here, come on over. You're safe. You're going to be safer here than you are wherever you're from. And I know you've heard about the crime. I know you've heard about the poverty. Don't let that bother you. I'm boots on the ground. I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I'm not going to give you that fancy smancy stuff, all that sunshine and rainbows bullshit, that you hear a lot on YouTube. And for the most part, the Philippines is sunshine and roses, okay? But I'm going to give you information that can help you immediately, okay? Because it wasn't available when I came over in 2009. I'm going to give you this piece of advice and then I'll let you go. If you come over here for the first time, and a lot of times when you come over for the first time, it's for 2 weeks, it's for a month, I'm going to tell you, don't stay in the city. Find you one of these islands, Siquijor Island, Bantayan Island, Bohol, Boracay, okay, Palawan. I mean, it's just so many places, See that part of the Philippines first. Live that tropical existence first, okay? And then if you decide to stay here, then you may want to venture out. You may like the tropical island, but then you may want to venture out to one of these small cities, okay, where you find it very adaptive. The cost of living is very low. But when you come over here the first time, man, live it up, okay? Meet you somebody before you get here. And if it doesn't work out, don't worry about it. There's so many beautiful women here and they're so open-minded. I'm sure you're going to find somebody, but make sure you find somebody so they can show you around, okay? You won't get lost. You won't get taken advantage of, okay? But again, I stayed here because I'm welcome. The cost of living, it's a beautiful place. The people are unbelievably kind. Hey, and I get to date some of the most beautiful women that I never even knew existed over in America. So if you want any more videos, put it in the comments. Any questions you have, put it in the comments. Thank you.